Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You're outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, lady.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Protein spill.
Here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now. 56, Mike, 56. 180. We're good. 180.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
High 7.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
56. Check 56. Watch the run. They're running it. They go.
McSorley from the shotgun. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield now on 2nd down. McSorley, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Hey, orbit. Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Got it. 56. Max 56. All day, Clark. Hey, exit. 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McSorley firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing is McSorley. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Thomas Morstead in punt formation.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 4, check 4. Check safety, check safety.
Darnold from the gun. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll try and run for it and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. McSorley sets to pass. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was the linebacker Devin White there to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, Ingram. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
80 weapon.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Let's go.
third down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, check, go. Watch 80. Ready.
On first down, Hilliard. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
56 to Mike.
2nd and 5 now. McSorley. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. The 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering how...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's McSorley to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now McSorley. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 2nd down pass play. There, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Carr to throw again. And he's got his man. That's Landry. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Hey, 7:34.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. It's caught by Mark Ingram. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56. Get that quarterback.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Carr. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On second down, it's Ingram, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, And that way, you often control the game.
Fly down. What's up? What's up?
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They won't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Hilliard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw, it's Carr. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. They come out here in the I.
Right there, 56. Check. Watch the ship. 1 or 2. Watch the ship. Kill.
So the false start will back them up 5. That's going to set them back 5 yards. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal.
Hey, 7:34. 56.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check nickel.
On the run, it's Peyton. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are back within a single score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, Raider 2.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Ingram looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
637. Bravo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Rams have taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Operating from the gun, Carr, and it's caught, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. From midfield, here's Carr, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, box truck.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
A gain of 29 yards.
Darnold now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch twins. Switch it. And 80. Check 24. Check. General West. Check. Hey, watch it. Whip. Watch the whip.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven 1st.
Here we go. Check it back. Watch 52. 52's the man. 80. 65.
One last throw down for Darnold. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.